Ranking the best wide receivers in Madden 24. We are back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be updating one of the toughest position groups to rank. We got wide receiver. And the reason I say that is there are so many great receivers in the game. And now we're going to get it started with re-ranking the old cards. The only one that I think stays in S tier is going to be Tyreek Hill. George Pickens, really close to me. Brian Fennerin, still love the height. Jaylen Height, still really good. But we're going to drop everyone down a singular tier. And this is what the tier list is looking like before we get into the new cards. And first card up right here, we got Jahan Dotson with 85 speed, 86 acceleration, only hits 80 for short route running, so not really a great receiver in the game. For me, he's gonna go ahead and go in this F tier. After that, we get Mecole Hardman, a little bit better with 86 speed, 85 acceleration. This time hits 80 for short route running again. One speed point faster. I think he is just slightly better. He'll slightly make the D tier for me. And right after that, we get new Dolphins great right here. Chase Claypool, 6'4", 84 speed, hits 80 for short route running. I just don't think he's fast enough, man. For that reason, gonna go F tier. After that, we get DPJ, same exact speed as Chase Claypool. He's 6'2" again 84 speed. This time hits 80 for short, 80 for medium. But again, I just really don't think he has the speed to really be effective in this game right now. So for me, he is also going in this F tier. Now we get 83 overall, Josh Palmer with 85 speed, 86 acceleration, 6'1" height, and doesn't hit 80 for a single route running. So again, man, we're starting off with a lot of people in the F tier. Now after that though, we got a super budget beast right here, Devin Duvernay. Big thing on him is 88 speed. Now he is only 5'11" and he doesn't hit 80 for a single route running, but I think he's one of the best budget receivers in the game. For me, he is going right by Tyquan Thornton. Yep, in the C tier. Him and Tyquan Thornton are two of my favorite budget receivers in this game. After that, we get 84 overall, Allen Robinson with 85 speed, 85 acceleration. Hits the 85 tier for short route running, so he hits the short route running threshold on all Madden. 80 medium, but terrible deep route running, and he is 6'2". For me, I don't think the card is great, but he's gonna slightly make this D tier for me. And we get Calvin's first card of the video right here. We're gonna be covering his 85 and his 88. So at an 85 overall though, 86 speed, 83 short running, 86 medium, 86 deep. So hits the medium and the deep route running threshold on all Madden. And again, he is 6'5". I am also going to place him in the C tier. I like the people in B tier a little bit better, but I think he's like right on the cusp of being B. And now we get a potential free card right here in Victor Cruz. You do a solo challenge, you do his objectives, you get an upgrade token that makes him look like this with 87 speed, 88 short running, 83 medium, 81 deep. So it's the short route running threshold on all Madden. The medium and the deep are a little bit lacking, but he is 6 foot height. And this time though, he actually gets some really nice abilities as well with that slot apprentice. Also, I'm a big fan of the mid and elite on receivers this year as well. So I really like this Victor Cruz card. For me, he is going to be in this B tier for sure. I think you could argue placement in this B tier, but he for sure is here. I don't think he's A tier, but I do think he is in this B tier. And now right after that, we get Nico Collins with 86 speed, 88 acceleration. Not the worst physical stats in the world, 6'4" height. Really like the height, but the route running is just not really too good, man. Doesn't hit 80 for short, hits 80 for medium, 80 for deep. Because he's 6'4", he kind of is similar to that Calvin card. I don't love the route running, but I love the 6'4". I'm going to put him slightly in the C tier. Right after that, we get Chris Olave with 86 speed, 87 acceleration, 6'1" height. This time hits 85 for medium, 85 for deep. So hits those all Madden thresholds and doesn't hit it for short. And this time Chris Olave gets outside apprentice matchup nightmare. I don't love his abilities, but for me, I think he is again on this like B tier level. I think he's a really solid receiver in the game. And after that, we get Tyler Boyd with 87 speed, 87 acceleration. This time hits that 85 tier for short running, 90 medium. So on all pro, he hits that medium route running threshold, and you could get the deep up to 85. So he hits all the thresholds on all Madden with the coach track card, offensive track card. Also, he's 6'2" as well. You could potentially get this card for free as well by completing solos, and he can get slot apprentice. He can get mid and elite. For me, he is actually like top end of this B tier, almost A tier for me. I like Pickens just slightly better. I could see the argument for Tyler Boyd being A though. I think this card is really good. After that, we get Most Feared T. Higgins with 86 speed, a little bit disappointing, but he is 6'4", so has a really good height. The route running is also disappointing for me because he doesn't hit 85 for a single one. Could get the short up to 85 with like a coach track card. And when we look at his abilities, really only matchup nightmare, which I don't love on receivers. For me, T. Higgins is actually going to go ahead and go in the C tier, and I really want to put him B, but I think he's more along the lines of like the C tier than he is like Tyler Boyd. And we also get Most Feared Gabe Davis with 87 speed, 88 acceleration. Hits that 85 tier for medium and deep route running. Does not hit it for short, but he is 6'2". And this time when we look at his abilities, he can go ahead and get outside apprentice, matchup nightmare, run off elite. For me, Gabe Davis is slightly going to make it into the B tier for me. just slightly. I think he's more along the lines of like Chris Olave than he is Tyler Boyd. I think this Tyler Boyd is really, really good. And after that, we get Calvin Johnson. So Calvin Johnson is 6'5", 88 speed. It's the 85 tier for short running, 90 for medium, 90 deep route running. Again, 6'5", 88 speed. And this time when we take a look at his abilities, right, he does get the slot apprentice. Other than that, really just like mid and elite is what I would run on him. Not a fan of short out elite this year. I am leaning Calvin still S tier. I like that. I think Calvin is still an S tier receiver. I think 6'5" is just way too good in this game. I think for his price too, I think it's an absolute steal. But after that, we get Mike Evans. Mike Evans is slightly worse Calvin Johnson, 6'5", 88 speed, does not hit the 85 tier for short running, does hit 90 medium and also 85 deep. And when we take a look at abilities this time, he doesn't get the slot apprentice, he doesn't get outside apprentice, minute elite. This is tough for me because Mike Evans is so great, man. He is so great. I think for right now, just based on everyone we're gonna have an S, I am leaning tippity top end of A. I think he is just ever so slightly worse than Calvin, just like so much. Like if there was an A+ tier, he would be an A+ right now, but I'm gonna lean A right now. You might hate that. But after that, we get AJ Brown with 87 speed, hits the 85 tier for short running, does not hit it for medium, which I just don't get. Also hits it for deep, and not really like a great run blocker or anything. And we take a look at abilities, does get the slot apprentice ability. This is another like borderline one for me. I could see him being argued, is he better than Tyler Boyd? That is my question. I think it's definitely close, but I'm going to lean him being top in a B. I promise I don't hate the Eagles. I think Slim Reaper and AJ Brown, when we're talking theme team, oh, these cards are like S tier. And after that, we get Keenan Allen with 88 speed, 6'2" height, 90 short running, 90 deep route running, does hit the 85 tier for medium. And when we look at ability this time, can get the short and elite, which I actually think is still a really nice ability to have. Gets slot-o-matic as well. Looking at the receivers we have next, we have potentially 5 people going in the S tier. So for me, like, it's just so hard, man. It's just really tough right now because all these receivers we are about to cover are so good, man. I'm just gonna overload the S tier. I just am. I think Keenan Allen is still a great receiver in the game. I'm putting him S. And after that, we get Stefon Diggs. This is another receiver card that I love because he's one of the rare people in the game. 90 short, 90 medium, 90 deep route running. One of the best all-pro receivers in the game. 88 speed, 87 acceleration. I know he's not the fastest, but that route running is amazing. And when we look at his abilities, he can get the short and elite again. He can get slot apprentice, can get mid in. I, again, love this Stefon Diggs card. So, yep, I am also putting him in this S tier. And right after that, we get DJ Moore with 89 speed, 89 acceleration, has 90 short running, 87 medium, 85 deep. And when we look at his abilities, short and elite, slot apprentice, slot-o-matic, very similar stuff to the card we just covered. If I have Stefon Diggs up here, I have to have DJ Moore up here too because I think they're on the same tier. I've decided I kind of have to do something and I don't love it. I'm going to move Stefon Diggs, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen into an A tier and keep Mike Evans in this A tier and then move everyone down. And this is what it's looking like right now for me. I don't know if I love this change, but I couldn't just put everyone in S tier. I think Reek is still S tier because of that speed, but he is so on the bottom in the S. I think Calvin is better. And when we take a look at Cooper Kupp this time, has 88 speed, 90 acceleration. It's 90 for short, 90 for medium, and also that 85 tier for deep. I don't love the speed on him. I think he's really good on a Mosphere theme team or a Rams theme team. Also, he is 6'2". And this time for abilities, slot apprentice gets that short and elite and slot-o-matic ability as well. Cooper Kupp for me is also someone that is going to go ahead and go into this A tier. And now we get LTD legend Torrey Holt with 89 speed, 6 foot height, 90 short, 90 medium. You can get the deep route running up to 90 a little bit easier. And this is the reason why I think Stefon Diggs is an A tier, not S tier for me. Same thing with DJ Moore. I think Torrey Holt is just a little bit better than them. And when we take a look at his abilities, again, can get that short and elite ability. For me, Torrey Holt is going to go ahead and go into this S tier. And after that, we get DeAndre Metcalf with 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 6'3" height. It's 90 short, 90 deep route running, and also that 85 tier for medium. And he can even slightly run block with 84 impact blocking. And I think the most important thing is that unstoppable route tech that you can kind of accidentally get. And when that's active, he gets route tech. And when we take a look at his regular abilities, though, again, like short and elite, I think DK is by far and away the best receiver in the game. He is so easy, top in the S tier for me. All right, and the final card right here, we got the season field pass reward, Randy Moss. So right now, it really depends if you took advantage of that like superstar KO XP glitch or whatever, because I know some people have him up to 89 speed and he can get up to 92 speed at this 91 overall. This card at a 91 overall right now is S tier with that 92 speed, 90s across the board for route running, 6'4". But also let's talk about the abilities. Deep elite for 4 AP to me just doesn't make sense. Essentially deep out plus deep in, just don't think it makes sense for 4 AP. And other than that though, can get things like the short and elite, can get slot apprentice. And now it is like 89, I believe some people have him to. I would also slightly put him either top end of A or S tier. I'm going to put him S tier right now just based on this card. And should I drop down Tyreek Hill? See, like, I just think the taller receivers are so much better. So I'm going to slightly drop down Tyreek Hill. Yeah, boys, this is what my wide receiver tier list is looking like. Super, super tough, man. Like, when I tell you there's bare minimum difference between like some people in B and C, and wide receiver is super tough. Like, if you're still rocking people in the C tier, like Jerry Rice, I still think is great. And also if you're a budget baller rocking Tyquan Thornton, Devin Duvernay in this D tier, there's so many good receivers in the game. I tried to be super strict with it. And these are my top 3 receivers in the game still. I am still really big on Calvin. I don't care if he's only 88 speed. But yeah, y'all, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. You probably have some different opinions than me. Would love to hear them down below. And also I see the argument for like Stefon Diggs, DJ Moore, like being in the S tier. All these people in A tier are so good right now too. Very, very tough. Just let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you did enjoy this video though, you enjoy content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date with the best cards in Madden. If you guys want to see me play with some of these cards live, check the links in the description. I've been grinding the streams over there and I would love to see y'all over there. If you don't feel like heading over to Twitch though and you want another video to watch, check this one out right here. Is Fearless worth the 4 AP on Justin Fields?